You have a purpose and you have passions, which means you have the ability to make an impact right where you are today. That's why in this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 ways in which you can make an impact that lasts a lifetime. It doesn't matter your history. It doesn't matter your past mistakes. It doesn't matter your fears, your limiting beliefs, your traumas, just your story. It doesn't matter. You have the ability to make an impact that lasts a lifetime. So be sure to stick around for the entire episode because I'm going to be giving you a very practical action step that will help you begin the process to making an impact in your life today. So stay tuned and let's do it. Welcome to the Dream Lifestyle Podcast, where the focus and mission is to help you find your how to your biggest goals. My name is Trevon Gross Jr., and I'm very thankful to have you here because you matter, your dream matters, it's possible, and I believe in you. I'm super excited for today's episode because I'm going to be talking about making an impact. Okay, making an impact. And the reason why this is so important is because there are so many people who, due to their fears and limiting beliefs, they're disqualifiers that feel as though they don't have the ability to, make a lasting impression. They don't have the ability to really impact other people in a way that's helpful, right? And, it's all camouflage. It's all blinders when you think about just that lie that some people really live in. And so I just want to use this episode as a way to share real practical steps, real practical theory in how you can really start making an impact right where you are, because you may feel as though you're just caught in the hustle and bustle of life. You're caught in the hamster wheel of life, as it were. And you might lose sight of the fact that you're really creating an impact. Especially right now, we're in a society, we're in a system of algorithms where everything is very follower based, everything is very view based, and everything like that, like very statistical numbers, where it's easy to even get discouraged upon viewing these things. And you might feel as though, well, I'm not impacting anybody, nobody's paying attention to me. Who wants to hear what I have to say? Things of that nature. When the truth is, because you have a purpose, and our purpose is not tied. Our purpose is not for us. Our purpose is not meant for us to be the recipient of it. Our purpose is meant to help other people. Our purpose is meant to impact other people, right? And you have a passion, and that passion is basically the vehicle for your purpose in order to get executed. That means that because you have a purpose, and that's God created each and every one of us with a purpose, because we are made in his image and his likeness, because we are his beautiful masterpiece. So we have a purpose, and he's given us gifts, talents, and that's basically the things that we're passionate at, the things that we're good at. And that means that we're able to impact other people. We are designed to impact other people. And so I want to use this episode again to just remind you, hopefully maybe even reveal to some of you about how you are making an impact, whether you know it or not. Okay. And I want you to be aware of it, because when you're aware of it, you're going to really chase it. And when you actually start chasing the ability to make an impact, that is when you're going to start seeing results for your life. That's when you're going to start seeing real success enter your life. Okay. And so the first thing that I want you to do when you think about making an impact, the number one thing that you need to do is find people to serve. Find people to serve. And the reason why that is so important, right, when I talk about purpose and how our purpose has nothing to do with us, it has everything to do with other people. Your purpose is rooted in either helping somebody, connecting somebody, empowering somebody, inspiring somebody. And in order for you to do that, you need to get clear on in what way are you serving people. Okay. And so this isn't me saying, find your purpose, which you should find your purpose. There are ways to do it. But you want to make sure that you just find people, whoever it is, it doesn't matter who they are, but you want to make sure that you're finding people to serve in everything that you do. Whether you're at your job, you're serving your coworkers, you're serving your boss, you're serving the company you work for. If you're an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying when you have to serve people, that your entire business is structured on serving people. If you're a content creator, you're serving people with entertainment, you're serving people with, tutorials and news, whatever the case may be. Whatever lane that you're in, you need to be able to identify the people that you are serving, because when you identify the people that you are serving, that will allow you to really get a good litmus test of the impact that you are making. You can actually ask the right people the right questions, because so often we look to the wrong people for validation. We look to the wrong people for affirmation, when the truth is that's not who we're called to impact anyway. So you want to get very clear on who you are serving. Okay. And when you get clear on who you're serving, you're going to direct your efforts, you're going to direct your energy, you're going to direct your time, your efforts to the right people. And they'll let you know if you're making the type of impact that you want to make. And again, that feedback is only going to make you better. But it starts with you finding the right people to serve. Okay. And for me, this was a hard lesson because, when I first started out in business, when I first started out really understanding and really trying to be more intentional with creating an impact after my car accident, it was kind of hard because it's like, well, I don't really know who would benefit, right? And for me, what I basically just decided to do was just serve everyone. Just I tried to serve, and not necessarily in a business sense, but just in terms of making an impact and really serving people. I made the decision that every single person that came into contact with me, whether it be physically, whether it be over the internet, however, that I want to positively impact them. I want to leave them with something they didn't have. I want them to be able to smile about something or think about something new that they hadn't thought about before because they came into contact with me. And so, again, find the people you serve. It speaks to intentionality. It speaks to not just going into conversations with a coworker just to have a conversation. It speaks to, let me really be intentional with the connections that I'm making with people. Let me really be intentional with the conversations I'm having with people. Let me actually be intentional to the point where I know we could talk about work, but let me ask you how your family's doing. Let me ask you how you're doing. Let me ask you, just how life is going for you, because that is how you are able to serve people. You'd be surprised. There are people around you that probably have not been asked, how are you doing, in a very long time. Right? There are people in your life, there are people whose numbers that you have in your phone, that it would make their day. It would make a real impact if you just shot them a text or gave them a call and just said, hey, just thinking of you, don't want anything, but just want to let you know you're on my mind. Right? That is serving people. That can make someone's day. You don't know where they are in their journey. You don't know where they are in their life. They could be hanging on by a thread, but by you being intentional and going out and finding people to serve, by you going out and just being intentional with the conversations that you have, you will make an impact that lasts a lifetime. Okay. Now, that's one way in which you can start making an impact right where you are today. Okay. So I encourage you, call somebody you haven't talked to in a while, shoot somebody a text that you haven't spoken to in a while. Think about the people that maybe give you your coffee in the morning. Think about, the person that serves you your food, whatever the case may be. Find a way to be intentional with those people. The second way in which you can start making an impact in your life today, right now, is you want to create a vision. Create a vision for your life. Give yourself a mission. Give yourself a vision that is bigger than you. Okay. And this again ties into purpose. When you give yourself a vision that is bigger than you, you're going to start again searching for opportunities to fulfill that vision. And the way in which any vision gets fulfilled is through other people, is through serving other people. Okay. And when you have a vision for yourself, you're basically going to energize yourself to really go above and beyond in your own action steps to make it happen. You're going to want to learn new methods of facilitating, serving people. You're going to find new methods of facilitating and creating impact because you have a vision for your life. You are on a mission to get something accomplished, right? Using myself as an example, the vision that I have for Craft Your Dream is to be able to fund thousands. I really want to get to the point where I want to fund at least 1 million dreams in a year. Like that is a real goal for me. I want to fund at least 1 million dreams in 1 year. Right now, I'm on 100. My goal for 2023 is to fund 100 dreams. And because that's a vision, because that is a mission for me, I pay attention to people, to the actual needs that people may have when it comes to, needing their dreams to be funded. What does that actually look like? In what way? How can I become better so that way I can be the person that fulfills that need? Because I have a vision and because that's the type of impact that I want to make. But again, don't get caught in the trap of thinking, well, I'm not able to impact thousands or millions of people right now, so I can't do it. You only need to start with one person. Okay, you only need to start with one person. And it starts with the combination of not only finding the people you serve, but it's having a vision for that service. It's having a mission as to what you want to accomplish, the type of impact that you want to make with that mission. Okay. But it starts with, again, finding the right people to serve. And secondly, it starts with creating a vision for yourself, something that is bigger than you, something that you want to last longer than you on earth. Okay. The legacy that you want to create that will allow you to make an impact because, again, when you give yourself a mission, you're going to start putting in the work to see that mission fulfilled. Okay. The third way in which you are able to create an impact in your life right now, the third way is to start taking extreme ownership. Okay, start taking extreme ownership. And the reason and what extreme ownership means is basically take ultimate accountability, even when it's not necessarily your fault. Okay, that's leadership. And a good example of this, one of the greatest lessons my dad ever taught me was if I was wrong, just say that I was wrong and apologize for it and then move forward. All right. And though it's a very simple lesson, it's really a great lesson for life. Because if you know that, let's say something goes out of your control, right? Something goes wrong that is completely out of your control. You had nothing to do with it, whatever the case may be, right? Figure out a way to take extreme ownership in that situation. What decisions did you make that led to that uncontrollable situation, right? I think about it in business for myself. If I employ somebody to do something and they mess it up, well, I need to take extreme ownership, the decisions that I made that led me to hire that person or whatever the case may be. And the reason why you want to do this is because people are not going to even respect perfection. Okay. People aren't going to respect perfection, but what they will do is respect honesty. Okay, they will respect honesty. And if you can find a way to take extreme ownership in every area of your life, if you can find a way to take extreme ownership in your process to your goals, you are going to see that is contagious towards other people. And when other people see you taking extreme ownership of situations that they would have never thought of, guess what that's going to make them want to do? They're going to say, I don't know why they took responsibility for that and they went above and beyond, even though that wasn't their mistake. But I see the types of results that they're getting from that. Maybe that's something I need to try. And that's what taking extreme ownership does. Taking extreme ownership is taking accountability for every single thing that's in your life, whether you're in control of it or not, especially if you're in control of it. If you're in control of it, you need to be able to be honest with yourself, be self-accountable to yourself. And for the things that aren't in your control, figure out what decisions that you made that led you to even be in the position of a uncontrollable situation. Okay. But that's why you want to take extreme ownership, because it's contagious. Other people will notice when you take extreme ownership over your physical health. People will notice when you take extreme ownership over your finances. People will notice when you take extreme ownership over your time. But it starts with you taking extreme ownership somewhere in your life, because that is what will be contagious. And that is what will create an impact in your life right now. Okay. Now, I hope you guys are following me, because those three things are pivotal. They are crucial if you want to actually create an impact in the world right where you are today. Okay. Now, to recap the three things. The first thing that you're going to need to do in order to make an impact is you're going to need to find people to serve. The second thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to create a vision that basically serves those people. Thirdly, you're going to need to take extreme ownership, because it is contagious and other people will be drawn and attracted to you for taking extreme ownership in your life. All right. And you may be listening to me. You're like, okay, Trevon, that sounds all great. Where do I start? Here's the action step. The action step that I want you to take in order to create an impact in the world, in order to create an impact in your immediate solar system, is I want you to do something on your should-do list. And you're asking, like, what is the should-do list? Each and every one of us has that list of things that you should be doing. Okay. And for whatever reason, whatever excuse you make, whether it's time, whether it's, energy, whatever the case may be, you don't do it. I want you to think about your should-do list, whatever you should be doing, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's creating your budget, whether it's putting in extra time at your job, whether it's putting extra time to work on your business instead of in your business, whatever your should-do list is. And I want you to do at least one thing on that list. All right. That's your action step. If you do that one thing on your list, you will begin the process to creating an impact in your life today, right now. Okay. So I hope that was helpful to you. Be sure, remember, find people to serve, create a vision, take extreme ownership, and do something on your should-do list so that way you can create an impact that lasts a lifetime. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I really appreciate it and was thankful just to share it with you. Also, be sure to grab your tickets to the Dreamer Symposium that's happening December 17th. There are only a couple more days in order for you to get a VIP ticket. Look, my VIPs, I'm taking care of my VIPs. For $197, you get not only access to the room, you not only get an unreleased shirt, you not only get a 30-day journal, you not only get a notebook, you not only get a tumbler, you get 14 days in the new year where every single day there's going to be consecutive coaching calls to help you stay consistent towards whatever goals that you set at the symposium. So for $197, you basically get almost 2 months worth of value. Okay. And it's going to be the type of value that will change the trajectory of your life. So if you haven't, I want you to look in the description link below to get your tickets to the Dreamer Symposium. I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. I've been talking with my team about it. It's going to be really, really awesome. And you don't want to miss it, especially if you have some goals that you're trying to accomplish, especially if you're trying to improve your consistency and your discipline. So be sure to get that. If you are unsure, you really don't know where to start, I also encourage you to grab a copy of the Dream Workbook, which is also in the description link below. I appreciate you guys. Always remember, your dream is possible as long as you are willing to work for it. I'll see you guys next week.